ST6 versus V1 for the final round of the NA semifinals. Decoy advanced last week, and the winner of this will go on to face them in the championship. All right, over on Sheep Team, we got Triple E5, the T57 Heavy, Double IS4s, and the Waffle E100. And V1, they're coming out with the E5 IS7I Triple, no, Quadruple IS4s, and the Waffle Traeger E100. All right, guys. Also, don't forget, we are giving away another Churchill, Avery, and 7 Days of Premium tonight. So, exclamation point giveaway in the chat if you want to enter to win that tank. All right, looks like we're going to see V1 push pretty heavily towards the tracks over there on the K line. Looks like Sheep Team, gonna have to keep on calling 1F. Sheep's gonna push down and be pretty heavy down the tracks themselves. We do have a commentator coming in for round 2. Okay, here we go. All right, looks like V1 has pushed out onto the tracks. Kaiser is down to half health. Trizzy is down to half health. Monkey unloading that clip. Damage coming in everywhere. Drizzy down to a 2-shot. Waffle is on reload. Kaiser down. Ooh, down to a 1-shot. And he goes down. Drizzy trying to hang on. Low-key may be able to take him out here if he gets the hat shot. Oh, it bounced. Looks like Toasty going to come in. Try to give a little bit of blocking for Dizzy here. Takes one from Low-key. Rig. And Devil's going to start pushing up towards Kaiser's dead body. All right, Goat Toasty going to try to 2v1 pony out, get him out of here. Meanwhile, we have UV Lights pushed up to the G line here in the back, going to contest Trev. Looks like the Waffle of OxyClean going to get the back of UV Lights clipped in. Got at least 2, maybe 3 shots in there. Trev in the IS7 going to have to try to hold that down. Ooh, Grease goes down. I did not see who got the kill, but believe it might have been Frisbee. Tanks pushes across center to try to help Lights out with this IS7. Both Tanks on a 1-shot. Tanks takes a shot to the side there from Devils as he crosses. A lot of 1-shot Tanks here. Trevi goes down. Devils has Monkey coming in, almost fully loaded. B just hanging on with that 25 points. He's going to have a Waffle in his face here in a second, though. Gets the shot in, gets the cover. Ooh, Monkey's taking the clip for the Waffle. Goes down to a 1-shot, but Waffle cannot finish. Devils takes a shot on the backside. Goes down to a 1 for the shot from Tanks. Devils gets one more into Tanks there. Curse goes down. What do we got? We still got OxyClean almost off a reload over here with 1300. Alright, IS4 gets a shot to Kellen. Tanks takes a shot from the E5. Looks like Frisbee going to use his health and just push in there. Waffles trade 1 shot. Monkey goes down. Alright, Frisbee coming in. Drizzy did go down. Goat is left on 35 HP. He goes down to Frisbee. Waffle goes down in the back. Sheep goes up 1-0. Alright, let me get my commentator in. Hey, what's up, Nick?
Not much.
Alright, they should be unlocking the room.
Yeah, sorry, message. I'm watching for it.
Getting everything settled up. Guys, real quick. Goat coming out on top over there, 1 kill, 3972. Oxy with 2 kills, 3100. Drizzy coming out with 1900, and Devil's getting 15. Lucky coming out on top in the Waffle, 1 kill, 3666. Low-Key with 1 kill, 3580. Lights, 2 kills, 3100. Tanks, 2 kills, 2273. And Frisbee picking up a kill with 1900. What console website and enter the code there on your account.
Alright, well. Which side do you want, or are you
which side do you want?
I can take V1.
Yeah, go ahead when you're ready.
So we have Mouse, E5, 277, Double I7, IS4, and Waffle E100.
Nice. And over on Sheep, they got 5 E5s, a Bat Chat, and an E4.
I wonder what they're going to do.
Looks like we're gonna see a pretty good track push here.
Say that, and then the E5s immediately turn towards
they
banana.
all turned. They all turned. Alright, we're gonna get a banana push. Alright, Kellen does get spotted there. He is going to turn and burn.
He did spot ground zero, and I believe he spotted either
He got
the IS4
I believe it was the mouse. Reese.
These E5s make it across unspotted. First notice they're going to see is ground zero getting shot in the back.
Oh, there it is.
3 shots on ground zero, 1 wins.
Trev gonna be in a little bit of trouble here in that I-7. He's trying to get back around the corner, but his butt's exposed. Takes 3 shots.
E4
hit him from the top.
E5. Like, everything V1 is rotating, though ground zero is gonna be the one focused out here. He was the most exposed.
And I believe 104, 164, and he is out.
Down he goes.
Devil's still rotating back. Ooh, the Waffle actually bounced a shot from Kellen. Waffle just kind of caught between a rock and a hard place.
Oh, never mind. Kellen got slapped around a little bit there, but does survive.
Kaiser is trying to side scrape and peek that corner. Gets another into the Waffle. Waffle goes on reload.
Well, looks like he's trying to get in cover there. Looks like he'll be able to get in cover for the moment. But he's not going to get out of there.
E5's just tearing up the mouse.
E5s have an insane amount of DPM. Yep.
Mouse
E5 has finally gotten there, but at this point, yeah, they're just going to push this. If anyone can focus their fire at tanks out, they might be able to make something happen there over near the base. Also got a lot of tanks just, watching for Kellen.
They do.
I mean, there are a pair of E5s in front of him as well now, but
still trying to get tanks out. Curse takes a shot. They finally get him out though. But they still got 2 almost full health E5s in front of them.
Yeah, and Curse down to a 1 shot. They're just gonna push that. There's no reason not to.
Yep. They have kind of whittled down Loki and Kaiser here. Kellen's still on that 1 shot. There's still a full health E4 to worry about too.
Yeah, that E4 is coming down to get into the fight now. And there's a big hit on Toasty as Drizzy also takes some big hits.
Yes, several big shots there.
Kellen does go down. Let's see who got him. Someone did. Now it's going to collapse in on this last IS7. On the velocity side, we have Trev in the I7, 2332, OxyClean in the Waffle, 1 kill, 1819, Delves in the E5, 1 kill, 1568, Rig Grease in the Mouse, 1373, Toasty in the IS4, 1364, Drizzy in the IS7, 982, and Ground Zero in the 277, 835.
Alright, and over on the sheep side, Frisbee coming out with 3 kills, 4100. Lights with 1 kill, 3264. Monkey, 2483. Tanks, 2 kills, 2355. Kaiser, 1 kill, 2266. Kellen in the bat with 1928. And Pony with 793. There we go. That was quick.
Right, over on the V1 side, we have E5, Triple IS4, and Triple Leopard 1.
Nice. And over on Sheep, we're coming out with the QL, T57 Heavy, the I7, the TVP, double AXs, and the RHM. Alright, let's see what V1 can do here on attack. Let's try to get a win on the board. I was a little worried Trev hadn't moved, but there he goes.
That's what I was watching too. Wizzy takes mid, does take a hit from one of V1's tanks.
Ooh.
The Action X's are able to take mid for free though.
Kellen got a lucky bounce there on the side. It must have been a heat round on the track save, maybe.
I think it went into his turret. While this is happening, V1's Leopards are rushing water. Looks like they will... They're spotted, but looks like they're going to get down there without taking too much punish.
Yep.
As
you say that.
Yes, Trev gets nailed pretty hard, goes down to 700. Other two Leopards take a hit or two each. Looks like all of Sheep has turned to face those Leopards.
Yeah, they don't want them to have their backs over there. Tank down to 2-shot here.
Yeah, V1 did a good job capitalizing on the distraction the Leopards provided.
Ooh, Tanks
and
goes
Tanks
down.
does go down. Leopards are all down to 1, maybe 2 shots, depending on the tank that shoots at them at this point.
Yep. Get a couple of shots into the TVP there. Devils takes a shot.
Yeah, looks like V1's just going to push this. Oh, that's a fire. Devils is going to go down to that, I believe. No, he survives the fire.
Survives the fire. Let's see. They can get Kellen out here.
Is getting beat up here as well. Wood Grease is trying to keep those heavies busy. UV Lights 57 is down to a 1-shot. One of the Leopards does snag him.
TVP clipping into the back of Rig here.
He does survive the clip, but 30 hit points. Although V1's heavies are still healthy enough to win this as long as they're careful.
Yep.
The Leopards definitely need to get that TVP suppressed though.
Yeah, it looks like Trev gonna try to push up a little bit there. Bacon does get lit on the cross.
He spots Monkey.
Yep, Drizzy's just kind of got to go in.
It looks like all 3 Leopards are just going to push Monkey Novice's TVP.
Oh, another
fire on Drizzy. They
right,
still get a win there versus Lumkey, but that hurts.
He's still got the health. And it's a 3v1 situation for Monkey. Monkey goes on reload. V1 pulling out the first round on mines.
Over on the V1 side, we had Darth Bacon in the Leopard 2554, Toasty in the IS4 2493, Oxy in the Leopard 2 kills 2467, Rig in the IS4 1 kill 2207, Drizzy in the E5 3 kills 2015, Devils in the IS4 1 kill 1300, Trev in the Leopard 1214.
Alright, and over on you get tongue-tied sometimes, man. It just happens. And over on Sheep, Wizzy coming out with 1 kill, 34-74. Not bad, leading the team in a lot tank. Lights coming out with 22-25, Frisbee 22-19. Pony with 1 kill, 18-66. Monkey 1 kill, 17-63. Kellen 10-93, and Tanks coming out with 9-77. Here we go.
Here we go.
Round 4. See if V1 can keep that momentum.
100%. Over on V1 side, we have VZ55, E5, Double IS4, Leopold Centauro, and E4.
Alright, and she coming out with 2 E5s, the IS4, the Grill 15, and 3 Centurion AXs.
They like their Centurions today. Nice for this map. Wonder if they're picking the Centurion just because of its tougher turret as they're rushing mid with it.
Could be. I know we saw a few played. It might have been Friday. Alright, the AXs are going to get the hill for free here.
He does take a double tap from the IS4. Goes down to 1,000 hit points and gets an Amarak hit, so he's down repair. One of the IS4s does take a hit from Frisbee's E5 in return. The grill is spotted out on island, so V1 does know it's there. Looks like UV Lights is just going to pull out of there.
A couple more bonfires go that way. It doesn't connecting though, but he is going to pull back more.
Looks like he's just going to rotate completely out of there. He might honestly rotate all the way over to the A base to cover that IS4 that's likely about to make the move for the cap.
Yep. I would have liked to see V1 bring a Sturm here instead of the E4, but...
Yeah, just for the easier resets. Sport is making the move onto the cap now that the girl is covering him. Looks like we'll get some action here in just a moment. S4 gets onto the cap. Actually gets a shot into V1's IS4 as well.
Nice. Alright, E4 is rotating over there. Oh, IS4 did get a little bit of a reset in there with HE round.
That's all they need, but as soon as Tanks decides to hug that rock and not keep peeking out, it's gonna get challenging. Looks like he's content just to throw some HE at, or just to take these trades. He's firing AP, they're firing HE. The E4 lands a big hit.
Yep. Yeah, it looks like V1 gonna send it here. I do like that they're hugging the rock. They're not pulling out where the AXs can farm them. They kind of force the tank over around the corner where the E4 can just eat. Low roll, 680.
I'm just not sure they needed all of their heavy tanks to do it. The E4 can just throw another round to the side of that rock and it will kill tanks. He's not going to get spotted. E4's just going to have to take the blind fire, I think. So E4's not going for the blind fire. I'd assume he would prefer him to be spotted for this shot.
Ooh, Kirsch takes one from the grill.
Grill lands a hit. E5s from Sheep are rotating as well. They're going to be on into the fight here in a moment. And that's going to put these heavies in a really tough spot. That E4 just needs to blind fire the size 4 and let those heavies back off. Even if he just throws an HE round in there on the side of the rock. IS4 gets spotted as soon as the E4 goes for one of the E5s.
Oh, Kelly gonna dive off here.
Gets down without taking any damage. Takes one hit from one of the heavies, who are all now backing off besides Devil, who's too far up to get out of there. They do get a partial reset on tanks with a shot into his tracks.
Toasty is coming over in that Centauro, but it might be a little too late.
Yeah, looks like Trev's Leopard is also trying to get an angle. I think it's also a case of too late. He's not going to have shots on much other than the mediums up top. That IS4 is now able to they're back on that rock the way he was earlier, and
Yep.
it's going to be up to HE to get resets.
Looks like we are going to see Toasty contest the top. Probably try to get a couple of kill shots into Wizzy here.
If he can take Wizzy out, definitely help them in this. And he's going to get pushed by both those actions now.
Monkey is
and
also rotating back
Z5
around.
is rotating, so he needs to make a decision now to get out of there. Takes a hit from Wizzy, bounces his return shot. Looks like they're just going to push him. No reason for them not to. Kelna's just pushing onto the remaining heavy tanks from Velocity. They're all one-shots, so fair. E4,
oh, E4 got Emirax.
1600.
Alright. Wizzy's down to a one shot, but it looks like Sheep Team just gonna move in here, finish the cleanup.
This round really shows how it can all come down to that one shot on knowing the position. If the E4 had been able to blind fire that IS4, I think this would have been very different, as Sheep's heavy or V1's heavies would have been a lot healthier. Looks like Trev may have just given up here. Alright, well, on the V1 side again, we had Trev and the Leopard, 1706, Oxy in the E4, 1555, Rig Grease in the IS4, 1487, Drizzy in the E5, 1167, Darth Bacon in the VZ, 673, Devil's Curse in the IS4, 441, and Toasty in the Centaur, 421.
That's awesome. And over on Sheep, Pony coming out with 1 kill, 3651, Tanks in the IS4, 2974. Frisbee 3 kills, 2462. UV with 2231 out of the grill. Monkey with 2 kills, 1819. Wizzy 1522, and Kale and 1 kill, 691. All right, so we are 3-1 going in.
Here we go. Alright, over on the V1 side we have triple IS7, triple Batchat, and a Leopard.
And Sheep, not F1, Sheep. Coming in with the Super Conqueror, double E5, double I7, Batchat, and the 263.
Where's V1 gonna go? Because this is a lot of armor going somewhere kind of lineup. Looks like they're gonna start up with moving towards tracks. Sheep, it looks like, is going to push one of their I7s over tracks and one down to the D3 position. Like that's a pretty tough area to dig them out of, especially with a Batchat, 263, and a Super Conqueror covering.
Yep. I think I got it fixed. I have a button on my mic that turns it from surround pickup to just like straight in front of you pickup. Or straight in front of the mic pickup. I keep hitting the button on the back by accident sometimes. I think I got it all fixed up though.
I think size 7 does get spotted. He spots, I think it was Drizzy in response. Economics was spotted by one of the Batchats. So, teams are... Devil's Curse gets spotted. Gets one shot into Tanks 4 though.
Round 0 just snuck a nice little shot into the side of Tanks.
The I7s are going to go ahead and pull out. The E5s have been spotted. They do spot the Batchat in return. Looks like Ground Zero is going to be able to get down and into cover without taking any return fire though. The I7s might have changed their mind about going to the B base.
I mean, they're slowly starting to move again.
I was seeing some pings on the map. I'm not sure if that's the I7s aren't exactly where they wanted, or which team I'm getting pings from. Ooh, the leopard does get blind fired by Tank's I7. The obvious bush is obvious.
Not sure what's going on with these I7s.
Not to the point yet where they need to make a decision and send them somewhere, but they are starting to run out of time.
Looks like the batch hat's going to start rotating back.
Yeah, so I believe we'll see a velocity push towards A cap here soon. They have successfully maybe caused Kellen to rotate, although it looks like that's not a permanent thing. He's just knocking some trees over and such. And while he's a batch hat, he'll be able to rotate back over to cover A pretty quickly.
Right.
Here we go, the I7s are moving.
Full on push on.
And one of them gets spotted.
Two.
Okay, that's gonna give that game up, and are seeing rotates beginning from sheep. Leopard gets spotted as well. Yeah, they know they're all there at this point.
Yeah.
There's no hiding this now. Looks like the batch hats are gonna be sending it over tracks to try and take out the IS-7 over there. Or no, they are trying to get out the IS-7 and B3.
Toasty.
That's gonna hurt. Yeah, it's much harder to take that IS-7 out from this side than it would be if they just sent it over directly on top of him.
Ground Zero goes down. Toasty left on. They did get tanked down to
IS-7s are taking a
183, but
pounding as they're trying to push up onto Wizzy as well. Devil's down to a one shot. Drizzy
Devil's out.
half. Trev also shortly going to be on half.
Looks like Wizzy only taking about a shot of damage. Looks like he took two right there.
Took two there. Trev's down Amrak. I can't tell if he repaired that or not. He did get tanks down to a one shot, but I don't think they're going to be able to get him out now that Kellen is up there with him.
Wizzy is finally down to a one shot, but he's able to take out Trev.
And
Toasty misses the kill
Toasty
shot.
does make his twice. 3 times. He does get Wizzy, but he only has one shot left at this point, so. He does land the shot for that last little bit of damage. But... Over on the V1 side, we have Toasty in the batch chat, 1 kill, 1818. Trev in the I7, 1301. Drizzy in the I7, 1298. Rig in the batch chat, 762. Ground Zero in the batch chat, 748. OxyClean in the Leopard, 472. And Devils in the I7, 0.
Alright, and over on Sheep, Pony coming out with 3,022. Kellen with 2 kills, 2895. Uzi 3 kills, 2719. Lots with 1 kill, 2565. Tanks coming out with 1987. Monkey with 977 and a kill, and Frisbee with 385. Did Wizzy? He blocked 1300.
Over on the V1 side, we have quadruple E5, I7, IS4, and Leopard.
Alright, and Sheep coming out with double E5, the I7, the Bat Chat, the Leo, the LT, and that 263. Here we go, Slayer. Alright, let's see if V1 can hold on here to keep the match going and take us tomorrow.
They do have a roughly 2,000 hit point advantage with all the heavies. So hopefully that will give them a bit of an edge. Looks like Sheep is going to initially set up to try and catch anything crossing towards that D3 position. And the I7 is going for it. Let's see if he sends it all the way or stops short.
I mean, he gets lit. I mean, I feel like this is kind of a new thing to do on defense or attack. I mean, we saw it 2-3 times today or this weekend. He did stop, loses the spot before he pushes across the road here. Good move by Toasty. A couple blind fires go out.
Fire wasn't far off. He is going to be able to get in position there. The thing is, he is not that well covered. Looks like V1's E5s are trying to be aggressive here up top.
Hey, thanks for the
That
follow,
bat chat
Goats.
up in K0 is going to make their life interesting as they try and do this. They're trying to, and well, here comes
The
rest of Sheep's team.
Kind of shocked how aggressive these E5s are getting.
And here goes the bat chat. That E5, that front E5 is going to go down.
Yeah, Kelly does get lit, takes a shot.
That's a double Amarak on that E5, so that's permanent.
Curse goes down.
Down he goes. Kellen looks like took one shot. Looks like the Leopard took one shot as well. Drizzy takes a lot of punish as he tries to peek that. That essentially negates that hit point advantage that Velocity started this out with.
Toasty did push
Looks
down
like
into the forward lane.
He got spotted and took, looks like, 2 hits for it. Kellen did take another hit in there as he's getting shots into that IS-4.
Toasty and Wizzy are both lit up. Toasty's trying to get a shot in. Wizzy loses his spot though.
Or is he just... No, I was saying, did we just get blind fired? No, he got spotted.
Drizzy goes down. Wizzy gonna come in on Toasty here as Monkey Domix pushes in.
And Frisbee's getting some shots in him from distance there, so Toasty's gonna go down here soon. Down he goes. Unfortunately, I think that pretty much ends this match if Sheep wants to, because there's nothing that V1 has left to stop an A cap. Looks like Sheep is just going to push in on this.
Looks like they're probably going to go for the kill all.
Yeah. Wizzy takes a triple shot there as he gets a little greedy on it.
They
and
do
goes
take
down
Wizzy
for
down.
it.
Bacon does sneak one into Pony there. Rig gets one in as well.
Nomics takes a hit. Kellen's trying to go wide here. If he's able to get around behind him with those E5s, it's gonna hurt. Looks like he's just gonna rush Trev.
Yep, he's gonna try to deal with the Leopard.
Trev doesn't see him, that's Trev dead. And 263 is rushing Darth Bacon's E5.
Ooh, Rig is down. Bacon down to a one shot. Oxy is still at full health. But...
Oxy's now getting
what
pushed by everything.
Oh, and an
He
ammo
gets
rack
popped.
to cap it off.
Alright, well, on this closing round, we had Velocity, the Drizzy in the E5, 1268, Darth Bacon in the E5, 1225, Rig in the IS-4, 1 kill, 1206, Trev in the Leopard, 1167, Oxy in the E5, 907, Toasty in the IS-7, 449, and Devils in the E5, 409.
Alright, and over on Sheep, Pony coming out with 3198. Killing 2 kills, 3k. Frisbee 2 kills, 3k. UV Lights 2 kills, 2600. Monkey with 1 kill, 1623. Wizzy 1500 and Kaiser 1400. Alright guys, well that is going to move Sheep 6 on to the championship next week. Velocity, I believe they will be fighting in the 3rd and 4th place decider. Take a quick look at the bracket. Yes, Velocity will go on to fight Shaky Aim in the third place decider.
Don't forget our giveaway here.
No, haven't forgot it. But we are just now coming down to the second to last match.
Alrighty. While we wait for the stream to catch up, I'm gonna run to the restroom real quick.
Okay, sounds good. Just trying to let the delay catch up, guys. We'll pick it as soon as that last match ends. The delay catches up a little bit. Nick, how you been liking Lotus?
Sorry if you asked me a question. I was swapping the battery of my headset.
Oh, yeah, I was asking how you like Lotus.
I've been enjoying it. The pre-selected maps has definitely made life easier when setting up scrims and such. Just means you only have to prep 3-4 maps instead of all of them. So that definitely helps. And tank bans are interesting. I'm not always a huge fan of those, but it's definitely changed up the meta for sure.
Oh yeah, but I like it. It's gonna be kind of weird going back to 8s for the next event here in wotcc. It's gonna be definitely different than what we've seen.
Yeah. Hoping we get some more signups. Right now, the NA side is very empty.
Yeah, I'm a little worried since it is tag locked. You know, it's rough for some teams. So I don't know. We're gonna have to see how that
tag locked tier 8 and prizing hasn't been confirmed yet. So.
Yeah. Just gonna have to see how that goes. Definitely gonna be interesting. I mean, the last 8 event was fun.